let's talk about thoracic mobility today. Your thoracic spine starts at about here, the base of your neck, and runs to about here. So a lot of people think of it as the upper back, but really it's the upper to mid back. Anyways, the movements that I see most restricted are thoracic extension and rotation. In Jiu-Jitsu, we want to have optimal mobility here because we want to be able to posture without pain and literally roll on top of or under our opponents without pain. For strikers, having optimal rotation can really help add power to your punch. Also, having full thoracic mobility can help to prevent you from having low back pain or shoulder issues. How do you know if you have enough thoracic mobility? I will show you some visual checks that I use to check for thoracic range of motion. Let's start with thoracic extension. With the foam roller, basically at the bottom of the rib cage, you should be able to extend back and touch your head to the ground without arching through your low back or flaring through your ribs. So it should look like this. And I should be able to do this pain-free. I'm going to test up my thoracic spine now, and as you move the foam roller up, you won't be able to extend back as far, but you should be able to hinge back in a comfortable way, like this. And now as I get up to my shoulder blades, I definitely won't be able to touch my head, but again, it should not feel like a sharp shooting pain as I get up right in line with the top part of my shoulder blade. Again, I won't be able to touch, but I should be able to hinge back without pain and without compensating via a rib flare or low back arching. Now to check thoracic rotation. For this one, I want you to pretend that there is an invisible clock behind me. And for this, I'm also going to be kneeling with my butt fully on my heels to lock out the lumbar spine. Go on to my forearms, putting my hand on the back of my neck. I'm going to rotate up, and then keeping my butt on my heels, my elbow should be pointing to about 10 o'clock on the invisible clock behind me. And of course, on the other side, it'll be opposite. So again, forearm down, butt down, hand on the back of my neck, rotating up. My elbow should be pointing to about 2 o'clock. So that's one way to check. Another good test for thoracic rotation is that laying on your side with your knee about 90 degrees here on the foam roller and keeping your knee against the foam roller, starting with your hands together, you should be able to open up and flatten your arm on the other side comfortably and without lifting your knee from the foam roller. If you feel like you're lacking range of motion, then feel free to check out my videos on thoracic mobility exercises.